What's going on, y'all? It's the boy Q the question. SKE Records in the building, but right now, you on the hottest site online. Yesterdaysnothing.com. Peace.
Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Sicksteen, and this is a special edition of Yesterday's Nothing Radio. I'm on live with my dude, Denzel Wade, producer, and also affiliate of Yesterday's Nothing. So say what's up to the people.
What's going on, Cleveland? It's your boy Denzel Wayne holding it down, and today I'll be your host of a special edition Yesterday's Nothing Radio.
Right? Denzel, he came up with a awesome idea to kind of flip the script and have, you know what I'm saying, someone ask me questions about what I have going on or things about Yesterday's Nothing. So I'm actually going to give him control of the show. He's going to be asking, like I said, the questions, and we'll just go from there.
All right, man. So let's get straight into it. My first question I have for you, just explain to the people, what type of opportunity does Yesterday's Nothing offer to musicians, both in your city and internationally?
Yesterday's Nothing. It's a great opportunity for artists to, first of all, is to network. I want the goal of it is, you see other artists on the website, other producers. If you like what they're doing, or if you're located, you know what I'm saying, and it's a regional advantage, you guys are close, or you want to travel there and do shows, you guys can link up because, the Twitters are there, the contact is there for you guys to make that music. It's great promotion because your music can be uploaded onto the blog and other people can listen to it. And that's really what it's for. It's just a great network and promotion opportunity for, independent artists everywhere.
Okay, that's great, man. And you being an artist, it's good to see that you gave a platform for other artists, also made a platform for yourself. Just elaborate on that, man, a little bit, how you made a platform for yourself.
I think that's just that comes from just doing more than one thing. I realize being an artist, it's really one lane. You waiting for people to gravitate to music. And I also realized that I like to do more than just music. I think I'm good at a lot of different things. So instead of just focusing on songwriting and recording, I just opened up, a lot of more of my talent. So there's like event management, there's some A&R, there's promotion, there's web design, there's advertising, there's marketing. You know what I'm saying? I'm designing T-shirts. It's by making Yesterday's Nothing a brand. It just opened up, you know what I'm saying, the hundreds and thousands of more avenues potentially, rather than just recording music.
Okay. And for you personally, as a musician, is being innovative more about creating completely new avenues or perfecting pre-existing ideas?
I would say that it's a mixture of both. You have to kind of learn from things that happened in the past, and then at the same time, using that your personal experiences, you just add your own twist to it because nothing is really new, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you can put your own personality into stuff so that way we're not just copying each other because by adding that little bit of personality, we get the differences that we have today. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So with social media making the music world so visual for the fans, how much more difficult is it for artists to strictly focus on the quality of their music?
I think a lot of artists do have an issue with that because I've heard recently, you know what I'm saying, me and a couple people talked about that. But I honestly think the social media thing is just a matter of what you're comfortable with. You have to find the social network that works for you, and also you have to be interactive with it. So it's not that you have to post on them frequently. A lot of time it's just you have to interact on the times that you can. People will pick up, the times that you're on and the times that you're not. It sounds weird, but it's just certain people post at certain times, and if you use the networks a lot, you'll notice that. So if you just get a pattern or a routine where you can at least do something, you know what I'm saying, at least an hour or so a day, you know what I'm saying, I think anybody can use those.
Right. And just moving forward, a lot of times we talk about music, musicians as a whole, whether it be production, or rapping, but I just want to ask you personally, in your opinion as an MC, what makes a record timeless? And do you believe it's a science behind creating timeless music?
I think a timeless record is just something that, no matter what time it is, no matter what mood you're in or the scenario situation, it's a good song. It doesn't ever sound dated. Stuff like like Big, the Juicy song. Like it's just it always sounds fresh because the way he rapped it, his flow, it just sounds like a hip hop song. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a hip hop 101 song. And then I think when it comes to making songs like that, it's just a matter of the artist being comfortable and really being them. The production is usually something fresh. It's not like a copy or anything. I mean, at that time, it's something real fresh, and it kind of stands that way too. So
Right.
I think it just comes from those two things. Just really how all music should be made is just from being original and being fresh with the sounds.
Right. Right. And like I said, moving forward, as an artist that uses your words to express who you are as a musician, do you feel that it's important that artists be held accountable for the content of their music? You know, lyrically speaking, like should we hold lyricists accountable when they rap things that contradict the message that they give in most of their music?
Right? I mean, I think so to a certain degree. It's almost like some people, you know what I'm saying, listen to music just to listen to it. They don't really get too that far into it. But if you really are, you know what I'm saying, a fan, or you really pay attention to what artists are saying and say you compare it to things they've said previously, or just whether it makes sense or not, then yeah, because a lot of times artists say things where they'll contradict themselves, as you stated, or they'll just say things that don't really make sense. And then as a person, if it doesn't, then you know what I'm saying, you have a right to say that. Every artist does have their times where they do that because just being humans, we do contradict ourselves. But it's
Right.
just when it gets blatant and it gets to almost to where the person doesn't care, that's when it's something that you want to speak on it.
Okay. Okay. And while we on the subject of content and substance, do you feel that independent underground musicians have the power to set the standards for what fans should expect from artists, or is it all decided at major level?
I think it's like a little bit of both. The major level, they just provide that look. They have the big tours, the big budgets for fashion and marketing and promotion. So when people see that and they see independent, and you say you don't have those things, or you have them but they're not as costly or expensive looking, it does set a difference, and you can't really break that. But at the same time, independent artists are the ones that usually break out fresh sounds because the mainstream gets oversaturated, and they keep making the same song over and over. So it's usually just a pattern of both. Somebody comes out fresh and new, then that sound gets famous, and then it gets overused, and then it just gets repeated.
Okay, okay. And in your experience, what are the advantages of being an underground artist? And personally, have you ever the disadvantages ever made you feel pressured to water down the content of your music in order to cover more ground faster?
I think, well, yeah, it's two things. The advantages of it or is that you can control everything you want to do. I think when you get, as soon as you sign to any label or when you do any type of sponsorships or anything, you have to adhere to certain rules because you're representing their brand. But when you make your own brand, you can do whatever you want. So I just think that's the best thing for me. I like doing what I want to. And what was the second part? I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. The second part was really just have the disadvantages ever made you feel pressure to kind of change up the content of your music in
I
order to get attention quicker.
Right. Actually, there was one time that happened when I was younger. I was probably like seven, no, 19, 17, 18, 19, something like that. But I made some music where, yeah, I kind of took that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget it. People want those, simple hooks and punchlines, and that's what we'll do. And I made like a tape. It was maybe 14, 15 songs where I was just like, fine, I'll make that music. But actually, the crazy thing is I never released it because I just couldn't put it upon myself to do that. Like that's not who I am as an artist. So even though I recorded, what I'm saying, some songs where I was rapping about stuff, I probably don't not like that, but it just was a lot of up tempo, like party type of music that I don't really make. So I just kind of left it on the computer and I never used it. That's about the closest I got to doing that.
Right, right. So, like, as a musician who's building your own brand, who's always staying fresh, who's always creating, what advice could you give to the next musician who might be on a hiatus, who can't come and just, come up with the most creative thing right off the rip?
I think it just comes from being being an artist yourself and putting yourself in the shoes of a fan as well, because we have people that we look up to as artists. So when you put both of those perspectives together, you can imagine what people want to hear, and then you can also imagine what, you know what I'm saying, an artist should look like and portray. So you see what I'm saying? Like as a fan, there's certain things you're like, I wish, you know, if you're a Jay-Z head, I like when Jay-Z does this, like these certain collaborations, or I like when he raps on these type of beats, or when he did this or did that. So that's you like in a fan shoe. So then you being a rapper, it should help you when you make your decisions, because you do have to kind of adhere to what people like. That's what music is. It's for the fans. So always remember that fans want certain things, you know, and you got to do those things, or you're not going to be appealing.
Right, right. So, 16 drops, recently dropped a song called Scrimmage featuring Young Chris. Tell us about that.
Or Scrimmage featuring Young Chris. He's an artist, also from Cleveland. We actually went to high school together, so we've been doing rap, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. So I asked him for a feature on that track. The beat is from Nameless by Wiz off Taylor Allardyce. And the beat was just so like hip hop, old school, relaxed. You know what I'm saying? It was just easy to rap on. So we just took a verse. There's no hook. It's just, you know, some back and forth. And it's pretty slick. I mess with it though. I think it's one of my favorite songs I made recently.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man, you got a lot going on, man. You know, I'm still a fan of some of your old work still, too, as well. So,
For sure.
I see on Twitter you had said that you were sponsoring the Northeast Ohio tour. You know, let the people know about that.
Word, man. Yeah. There's a tour coming soon to Northeast Ohio. The details, there's a lot of information, so I don't like to, you know, give it all out at once. If you need more information, basically it's a tour. There's a lot of stops, a lot of great venues, and if you're an independent artist, it's a great thing to jump on if you want to boost your exposure and kind of get around the state. So all you have to do is send an email to me at yesterdaysnothing@gmail.com, and there's no punctuation, no spaces. It's just yesterdaysnothing at gmail.com, and just inquire about the Northeast Ohio tour, and I'll give you all the details right there.
Okay, man, great, man. Definitely, guys, you know, check that out because it's a great opportunity, you know, for you guys to get your voices heard, especially, you know, Cleveland artists who are looking to get, you know, some new exposure in the area. You know, just check it out and follow that. And just to, you know, closing out, this is my last one for you. When you release your next, you know, album or mixtape, you know, how will your music serve as a foundation for the fans to understand of who you are as an artist?
Alright, man, that's something I've actually been thinking about. I probably won't release a project until the need for it. That's something I've just picked up on recently. Like music has like a need, and the people need music at a certain time. So I think right now I'm just kind of doing a lot with my brand. So I'm dropping singles, I'm doing stuff here and there, but I don't think a mixtape is really what is needed at the time. I think it's a little bit later in the year when things maybe, you know, a lot of things happen and I experience some more. I'll be able to put out a project, and it'll help them understand basically where I'm at that time in life. When I listen to all my music, it basically helps me remember what I was thinking at that time. So sometimes I might disagree with it. Sometimes I think it's funny or whatever, but it's a good way to see at that moment when it dropped. That's where my mind was at.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man, that's dope that you got a vision for your music, man. A lot of times, you know, fans don't really get to hear that from the artists they listen to. It's kind of like you stuck having to figure out where the artist is coming from when they release projects. So that's great, man.
Word, man. So yeah, I mean, just as an example, let's say if you go to my SoundCloud, it's soundcloud.com/Sicksteen216. But basically, I have a project called Sign Me. I dropped that in like 2009. It's 9 singles, like all freestyles, and I could tell my mentality then was just I need to get something out just to show them what I can do. So they're kind of short, you know what I'm saying? The quality on some of them isn't that great because I was recorded in, you know what I'm saying, just different places trying to get it out. Then my next project, that was I Be Going In. That one's like much better. You know what I'm saying? Quality's a lot better. The cover is crazy. The songs are on point. And then from there I went to Yesterday's Nothing, and that dropped last year. And that one's almost like an album to me because it's all original production. The songs are just structured a lot better than you know what I'm saying? It's just real professional sounding. So if you go from project to project, you can see the growth in my music. And I think what's great about it is I never had like any professional like direction as far as rapping or music goes. Like I just learned how to write songs and flows and cadences just off of listening. So I think to me that's pretty cool.
Man, that's dope, man. Well, hey, that's this boy 16, man. Make sure you get him on Twitter. Tell him 16. Tell him how to get in touch with you, man.
Oh yeah, man. If you want to check out anything Sicksteen, the quickest way is www.yesterdaysnothing.com. That has all my music, all my latest videos. I just dropped 3 videos. My SoundCloud's on there, my YouTube. So anything Sicksteen, just go to that website. I'm always updating it. And I just want to get people in that habit. Just go to yesterdaysnothing.com. You'll always find something new. I'm on Twitter at 16_216. And I'm also on Instagram, Vine, Sicksteen. So, you know what I'm saying? Just hit me up. Go check out the music. You know what I'm saying? Look out for Yesterday's Nothing. We're going to have, we got the t-shirts and the merch, but I'm really going to update the site. I'm going to have a store running. So you're going to be able to order that. It'll get right to you.
All right, man. That's hot, man.
Oh. Most importantly, one more thing. July 4th, Independence Day. It's a major show. 16 featuring Bigger Bud, Dope Culture, also Aloof, hosted by B. Dot, DJs Corey Grand, DJ Fugitive. It's going to be at the Grog Shop, July 4th, 5 o'clock. Get your tickets at yesterdaysnothing.com. Crazy show. You just heard the lineup is crazy. July 4th. You've seen fireworks a million times. Just come out to this show. The biggest hip-hop event of the year. That's what I'm calling it, just because the lineup is so crazy, and we plan to do so much. We got surprise guests. It's going to be an awesome event.
That's good, man. Y'all hear it, man. Independence Day, man. Make sure y'all get down there to the Grog Shop, man. No fireworks this year, yo. 16 sound is out.
All right, well, it's my boy Denzel Wade. I want to thank him for, you know what I'm saying, the idea and also the opportunity to interview and get some of my information out. And be sure to visit www.yesterdaysnothing.com. We out here.